into this last week, let's start with this senior class. Certainly it's been an iconic one in a lot of ways, and not just stuff on the field, but leadership. And I guess it's probably hard, especially for you being a quarterback guy. What is Taylor going to be, like 50 games by the time he gets out of here? I mean, it's ridiculous.
It's incredible what he's been able to do and accomplish here in his short time, his long time, I guess, 5 years. But and I think about Boggs, who's started about ever since he's been here, and Stringer. I mean, so many of those guys, and a lot of those guys came in, when I started as a head coach, Bo, Colby, and Taylor, and the guys that redshirted. And, for them to make that transition, to be a part of this team and the most successful transition in the history of transitions, I think. And they're going to be missed, and it's going to be hard to replace those guys of what they've meant to this program.
With Taylor, I mean, coming in, it's really rare that you get a quarterback 4 straight years
That's
that
right.
consistently starting that much. Is that? I mean, you didn't even start him until I think it's the second, third game his redshirt freshman year. Did you?
Southern Miss, I think.
Yeah. Did you ever expect this kind of success from him?
Well, we had hoped that. Going back to his very first drive that he had at Michigan, it was like 96 yards and 17 plays or something like that. It was incredible. We scored a touchdown, and that's kind of been his journey. I mean, it's been a long journey. He scored a lot of touchdowns throughout it, and he's broken records, and hopefully he'll break some more. And he'll go down as a winner. I mean, and that's anything you want as a quarterback is to go down as a winner. I mean, like Armani Edwards and Taylor Lamb. I mean, those guys, Richie Williams. I mean, he's right there with all the great quarterbacks that have played here. And his has been different because of the fact that from FCS to FBS, he's done it at the FBS level, and participate in 2 bowls and won those, and hopefully 2 conference championships and another bowl. So. Tremendous amount of success, and he'll carry that into maybe if he plays some more, but if not, when he starts coaching, I mean, he's going to be a great coach.
So the 2 picks against Georgia State, like I know you kind of called those out and
Yeah.
said that was the problem, but was there anything after looking at the tape where you're like, that's something we really need to fix? It seemed like that's pretty
interceptions?
correctable. Yeah.
No, it was correctable.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it was. I mean, the first one was just an errant throw.
Right.
Thomas is there and he's open. He just threw it high and wide. And then the second one, they switched coverages on us, and he still tried to fit it in and try to get it to the sideline. Just didn't get it enough over the defender. He stepped in. So yeah, those are definitely fixable.
Well, yeah, I just did you see anything like when you walked away from the tape thinking like that's something we really gotta?
No, I mean,
make better.
no.
Like,
Well, I mean, he just got.
to.
No, I mean, we guys got to do better. You can't turn the football over,
Right, yeah.
But other than that, I mean, I thought we played a really good game offensively. I mean, we didn't punt very many times and move the ball up and down the field. We didn't score on the goal line. I mean, obviously that was a negative, but other than that, I thought it was a very solid game offensively. 31 points and the most rushing yards they give up all year, and 300 and some yards. So. I thought we played well. I thought our defense played well. I think they're an offense that is capable of scoring a lot of points, and so I thought they played well also. And then now we got a new challenge this week. I think Lafayette presents some challenges offensively. They got some great skilled players. Quarterback's very mobile, and the running back's a big guy that can run. So, and then defensively, I think they're athletic defensively. And they fly around. They got a lot of seniors that are playing, and I know they've given up some points this year, but I think they're capable of really playing a really good game.
Speaking of Louisiana, not quite the dominance that you guys had over Georgia State in 3 games, but it's not far off. You've outscored them 87-23 in 3 games so far. So this is a program that was probably at the top of the Sun Belt when you guys came in, and you guys have more or less owned them for 3 years. To what would you attribute that success that consistently over 3 consecutive games?
I don't know. I think we've played against them. We've played very well on defense in the 3 contests, and I think our speed and quickness up front has allowed us to make plays and not let them get started, because they've had some really good playmakers over the years. And then offensively, I think we've just grinded out. I mean, we hadn't gone in there and just been a really explosive offensively, but we've been consistent in grinding it out, and then scoring some touchdowns, and but not anything where you just, wow, our offense is killing it. I think it's more been what our defense has been able to do against them. And I think this year that, their offense, I think, is probably the best that we've seen out of a Louisiana team as far as points. They're putting up a lot of points, I think, offensively, and they can run and throw. So, I just hopefully our defense will continue to play well, and then we can get our ground game going like we did the last couple of weeks offensively. And we're still going to have to hit some plays down the field. I know they're going to load the box up this week and try to stop the run.
prospectively, where do you stand from a health standpoint? Let's talk about it specifically at running back. Obviously, Marcus got dinged in the second half. Jalen came back in. I don't know that he was necessarily 100%, but then again, I'm not sure if he's been 100% all season, frankly. Where do those two guys stand, with where you sit right now on Tuesday?
I think they're both will be ready to go on Saturday. I think, they still have to heal up some more, but I think, as far as, Jalen, I think he'll be about like he was Saturday. I think he'll be just as healthy as he was Saturday, and he's not 100%, but he's pretty good nevertheless. So I think he'll be ready to go, and hopefully Marcus will too. I think Marcus has been dinged here and there in a few spots as well, and I think Dietrich's ready to go. I think he's eager to get some more carries, and I think he's ready for it, quite frankly.
What do you think Louisiana's secondary is going to do on Saturday? Obviously, last Saturday, Georgia State's going to keep you in front of them.
That's right.
That's just who they are.
Yeah.
They did it. You had to exert some patience. Still Ike had a pretty good
Yeah,
game
he
and,
did.
another touchdown.
Yeah.
Does Louisiana maybe afford you some more opportunities to get it up the field?
Well, maybe. I think they'll be more aggressive at times. But I think if you're going back and watching them last year, they're going to roll a safety down. I think that's going to have to stop the run, is getting an extra safety down. They'll try to keep a safety in the middle of the field. And then the corners will, at times will be aggressive. Other times will play off. And we got to get a beat on them, what they're going to be doing on the game day, to see if we'll get the opportunities to throw the ball down the field. But, Saturday we didn't take any shots down the field because we knew Georgia State was going to play soft and keep everything underneath them. And so we were able to run the football and throw underneath routes. So this week definitely may get some opportunities with the ball down the field.
I'm going to break the rule, and I'm going to ask you to look beyond this week. Obviously, you guys are going to a bowl game. I know you're thrilled to have the opportunity, but, if you had the opportunity to say, yeah, location-wise, if I had my druthers on where we're going to go, you willing to share, what your thoughts are on that?
No, I mean, as a coach, and I don't have any say-so out of that. And maybe you could ask Doug or administration. So I'm just, pleased and happy we're able to go to a bowl. And, wherever they put us, we're going to go make the best of it. I think that's in life in general. You got to make the best of wherever you are. And the way these guys do these bowls, they're nice. And they treat us good. They give us some nice gifts and nice food and all that, nice hotels. So we're going to make the best of it and hopefully get another win.
Yeah.